Hello, my name is Eliseo Cheo Torres. I'm an administrator and professor at the University of New Mexico. I also teach a summer course, Traditional Medicine Without Borders, Curanderismo of the Southwest in Mexico, and also an online course. And we have two presenters today. We're so lucky to have Rita Navarrete. Rita is from Mexico City. She's a curandera, a healer, and also a teacher of curanderos in Cuernavaca, Mexico City, Estado de Mexico, and other states around Mexico. She will be demonstrating some techniques that I'll share with you in just a minute. And we welcome Rita. Thank you, Rita. And Tonita is our second presenter. Tonita Gonzalez is from the Ranch of Gonzalez, New Mexico, and also from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Both Tonita and Rita help with the class. They're instructors in the summer class, and they will also be demonstrating the presentations in just a few minutes. Tonita is a healer apprentice with Rita. For over a year, she was in Cuernavaca in Mexico City learning about curanderismo, is certified in Mexico on the topic of traditional medicine. And both of them will be talking about juice therapy. How do we prevent illnesses? How do we deal with illnesses through food, whether they're vegetables or fruits? And they will be doing an excellent presentation. So I'll welcome both Rita and Tonita. Thank you very much.
Gracias. Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for having us here.
Good morning. Me da mucho gusto
I'm really happy
que me inviten a compartir
that you've invited me here to share
la práctica de los jugos.
the practice of juicing.
Y el tema creo que puede ser la salud
The theme is health
a través de los jugos,
using juice therapy.
ya que la salud es muy importante.
We all know that our health is very important.
Prepararnos para no tener consecuencias graves de salud.
So that we can prepare ourselves so that we don't have dangerous problems within our health.
Por eso en este momento
That's why now in this moment,
quisiera compartir con ustedes
I want to share with you today
que nos hemos encontrado
that we have encountered
que hay un conjunto de enfermedades
that there's a mixture of illnesses
que se han desarrollado por el problema de estreñimiento,
that we know that have come specifically that are caused by constipation.
por problemas de vías urinarias, de riñones,
Problems that with your urinary tract, specifically your kidneys,
o en tiempo de fríos por problema de sistema respiratorio.
or in times that it's cold, we know that we have a lot of respiratory illnesses.
Y aquí vamos a hacer un jugo para digestivo.
Here we're going to do a juice that can be used for the digestive system.
Podríamos utilizar toronja,
We could use grapefruit.
podemos utilizar también papaya.
We could also use papaya.
Y si ustedes observan, puse 3 semillas de papaya.
I also put in here only 3 seeds, the little black seeds that come within the papaya.
Algo que es muy importante,
But something that is very important
que nosotros tengamos
that we have
en la cocina
always in our kitchen,
suficientes cereales,
sufficient cereals,
semillas,
seeds,
también frutas,
also fruits
verduras.
and vegetables.
Y como dije, es un licuado para problemas de estreñimiento.
And how I said this was a juicing for constipation.
Entonces agregamos un poco de toronja,
We put a little bit of grapefruit,
papaya
papaya,
y una cucharada de linaza.
and a teaspoon of flaxseed.
Este licuado nos va
This
a
blended drink,
ayudar con el omega que tiene la linaza,
with the amount of omega-3 that's within the flaxseed,
nos va a ayudar a
it'll help us
limpiar el estómago.
to cleanse the stomach.
La toronja, como ya sabemos,
We know that the grapefruit
tiene mucha fibra.
has a lot of fiber.
La papaya
The papaya
es laxante.
relaxes.
Y esto
and it's
nos
a
va,
laxative.
nos va a favorecer para que limpiemos el estómago.
And it helps us to cleanse the stomach. The papaya is an anti-cancerogen as well. We know that papaya is one of the strongest medicines to do a good cleanse of your stomach and your intestines.
Aquí nosotros tenemos un licuado,
Here we have a blended drink.
no perfectamente molido, tiene que ser,
We don't want it perfectly blended. You want it to have a little bit of pulp.
este licuado sería suficiente
This would be sufficient amount
para que también nos favorezca a que tengamos menos apetito.
so it would also help you so that you lower your appetite.
Podemos hacer una combinación
You could do a combination
de papaya
of papaya
con nopal.
with nopal, which is cactus.
La papaya, como dije, es refrescante.
It's refreshing, the papaya.
Se considera que es uno de los bisturís para todo el cuerpo, porque
We
el
consider the
limpiadora
papaya a total medicine for the entire body because it does a great job of cleaning not just your digestive system, but your circulatory system and your lymphatic system as well.
nopal, si nos damos cuenta, el
You can
nopal
notice that the nopal, if you can see,
es bastante fibra,
it has a lot of fiber.
y si algo necesita el intestino grueso y delgado,
And something that the large and small intestine needs
es fibra.
is fiber.
Probablemente con esto será suficiente.
But also this would be enough amount.
Y aquí podemos hacer un licuado, ya sea con chía,
We could do this with chia, which has a lot of magnesium,
o también hacemos la combinación de linaza.
or you could do the combination again with flaxseed.
Si fuera de linaza, podemos aquí, como es más fibra,
Because it has more fiber, the flaxseed.
ponemos media cucharada nada más de
You would only
linaza.
use half a teaspoon.
Y este licuado nos va a ayudar con el nopal,
With the nopal, this blended drink,
una cantidad impresionante de fibra.
it has an impressionable amount of fiber in this drink.
Se considera que esa cantidad de fibra
We can consider that this amount of fiber,
es como si fuera un zacate cuando limpia.
it's as if you kind of used like a brush to cleanse your intestines and your stomach.
Es bueno para el colesterol,
This is excellent for cholesterol,
triglicéridos,
okay,
triglicéridos.
for triglycerides, but also we know that the nopal is an excellent medicine that we use for diabetics. It has a way of balancing the sugars naturally.
Este licuado, si nos damos cuenta,
We can
tiene-
notice that this blended drink
es como un poco por la baba de nopal,
because of the mucilage of the nopal,
se forma como un gel para el intestino.
it cleanses your intestines as if it was a gel.
Aquí la idea es tener una cantidad suficiente de verduras, de
The idea is
frutas.
to have a sufficient amount of vegetables.
Y este licuado que vamos a hacer ahora
This next drink that we're going to do,
de,
no sé si quieres enjuagarlo y ponerlo aquí.
de piña,
The next one that we do is with pineapple.
sería de piña con apio.
Is with pineapple and with celery.
Es excelente para los riñones.
And it's excellent for kidneys.
Es refrescante.
And it's refreshing.
Pero si tuviéramos nosotros agua de Jamaica,
But if we also had water of Jamaica,
la Jamaica nos ayuda
Jamaica is hibiscus flower.
como un diurético.
It helps as a diuretic to help your kidneys.
Y si algo necesitamos en los riñones,
And if something that we do need in our kidneys,
es refrescarlos
it's to make them fresh,
y también que no tengamos retención de líquidos.
but we also want to prevent that we don't have retention of liquids within our kidneys.
Esta fibra
This fiber in the celery,
es altamente buena para también limpiar el
it's
intestino.
also excellent to cleanse your intestines.
Entonces vamos a hacer aquí un licuado
So we're going to do a blended drink here with parsley, with celery.
diurético.
It's a diuretic.
Le ponemos un poco de perejil.
We're going to put a little bit of parsley. Aquí está el miel.
Con ese será suficiente.
This would be enough parsley. Parsley is an excellent kidney medicine.
La piña.
Pineapple.
Y vamos a poner una poca de miel.
And we're going to put a little bit of honey.
Aparte de refrescante,
It's also refreshing
es exquisito.
and it's delicious.
Podemos agregar unos cubos de hielo.
We could put a couple of cubes of ice if you would like.
No. Si vienen los hielos aquí.
We know that the pineapple, so this mixture together are really strong kidney medicines. And for us, when we relate a lot of things that happen with emotions, we look at the fruits that correlate. So for example, when we look at the kidneys, we look at people that are having a lot of fear in their lives. Or when we look at the liver, we look at people that have a lot of anger. So when we work with people emotionally, sometimes we use a lot of juicing so that we help them cleanse out their emotional well balance as well.
Si nosotros consumimos
If we would consume
licuados que contengan verde,
drinks that were green,
nos favorece también para los huesos.
it would also strengthen your bones.
No tengo.
In traditional medicine, one of the first things that we do is before we would even attempt to have somebody try plants or any type of other traditional medicines, we always look at their foods first to see how we can improve their health using foods as our first recourse.
Cuando tenemos problema de anemia,
When people have anemia,
porque no consumimos la suficiente clorofila,
when they don't eat sufficient amounts of chlorophyll,
yo recomiendo
I recommend,
licuados que se llaman B8
we call these a B8.
y podemos poner un trozo de lechuga.
It's almost as our V8 that we have at the store, but we do a little bit of lettuce.
Esto va a depender
This depends a lot.
la cantidad de estatura, cuerpo, porque si es para un niño, para una persona joven o un adulto, depende la cantidad.
You want to depend the quantity of amounts of plants that you use, depending on the person, if it's a child, if it's a grown adult, or if it's an elder.
Esto viene siendo una hoja de betabel.
This is one leaf of a beet.
Ahí ya tenemos dos hojas verdes.
We have 2 green leaves.
Podemos poner unas hojas de brócoli
We could put the leaves of the broccoli,
y probablemente esa cantidad.
and maybe this amount of broccoli.
Y podemos poner también 2 hojas de espinaca.
You could put 2 leaves of spinach.
Llevamos 4.
Here's 4.
Y podemos poner hojas verdes de apio.
You would put the green leaves, which hold more medicine in the celery because they have a lot of magnesium.
5.
5 leaves.
Y podemos poner perejil.
We could put a little bit of parsley.
6. Y después unas de cilantro.
This is cilantro.
7. Y podemos poner jitomate.
We would put a tomato as well.
Y aquí tenemos un jugo B8.
And we would call this a V8, homemade.
Y podemos así, esta cantidad, no importa, en la cantidad de verduras, no importa si es una menos, una más.
Because of the amount of vegetables, it really doesn't matter if you put a little bit more than one and a little bit less than the other. The recipes are not that specific.
Este licuado es muy bueno para problemas cuando tienen anemia,
This is a great drink when people have anemia,
para las personas que no tienen dentadura bien buena y pues no pueden comer.
especially with people that don't have great teeth and they're not able to eat as many crisp vegetables. They have problems chewing. This is an excellent way for them to get the same nutrients
Porque ellos necesitan mucha fibra,
because they need a lot of fiber
porque no pueden masticar lo
because
suficiente
they
bien.
can't chew significantly.
Personas con cáncer,
People, for example, that have cancer
con problemas de desnutrición.
or have problems with nutrition.
Para el color de la piel,
But also this would help the color of your skin
por la cantidad de clorofila,
because of the amount of chlorophyll.
favorece para el hierro, para la sangre.
This also would really help the iron within your bones.
No me detengo en describir las propiedades de cada jugo,
I'm not going to get stuck describing the properties of each vegetable
porque el tiempo se nos va,
because our time will go by really quickly.
pero hay mucha información del
There's a lot of
contenido.
information.
Es muy fácil encontrar la información de cada una de las vitaminas que contiene,
You can look very easily and find all the vitamins that are within each of these vegetables.
pero lo verde ya sabemos que es clorofila viva.
But what we know is that with green, everything that's green, it has live chlorophyll.
Ahora, aquí sería importante
But it's also important.
preparar para mí tiene mucha importancia
It's very important for me
la sangre
is the blood
y los huesos.
and the bones.
La clorofila es para la sangre
The chlorophyll is for the bones,
y los huesos lo que necesitan es calcio.
and what the bones need is calcium.
Entonces nosotros necesitamos aquí hacer un licuado.
So we're going to do a drink here.
Vamos a hacer la combinación de polvo de soya
And we're going to use a combination with basically we call this a lechada.
y esto vamos a hacer una lechada.
This is making our own milk. And she's using a little bit of a soy powder.
Y vamos a poner la cantidad suficiente que yo quiero hacer
And I'll put a significant amount
de leche.
of powdered soy milk.
Si yo quiero esa cantidad,
If I want this much milk,
voy a poner una poca de agua,
I'll put a little bit of water,
soya,
soy milk.
y puedo poner una cucharada de avena
I'll put a teaspoon of oatmeal or granola.
y podemos poner unas pocas de nueces.
And you could put a little bit of
Eh,
nuts.
Yo quiero decirles que
I want to say that
podemos hacer una combinación
we could do a combination.
de esta cantidad de cacahuate
This amount of peanuts
y podemos poner 5 almendras.
and 5 almonds.
Y ya le puse.
Okay.
Y este licuado
And this blended drink,
va a ser una lechada
we call it a milk.
para las personas que no pueden, que tienen problema a la lactosa.
For people, especially that are lactose intolerant,
Favorece a que no tengan ese problema de acidez.
this prevents them from getting
reflujo,
acid and
reflujo.
reflux from being lactose intolerant.
Algo que también quiero compartir con
But
ustedes
something else that I want to share with you guys
es que cuando nosotros consumimos
when we consume
un licuado,
a blended drink,
a mí me gusta siempre decorarlo con las mismas
I always like
almendras
to decorate it on the top with the same nuts
para que podamos masticar,
so that we can chew.
porque la mayoría de las veces
The majority of the times,
por eso no perdemos, el masticar favorece para que nosotros perdamos la necesidad de estar comiendo.
When we chew something, and especially in licuado, it prevents us from having the desire of wanting to eat something.
Y la idea es de que al momento de estar tomando el jugo,
And the idea is at the moment that we're doing the juice,
estemos paladeando el sabor,
we start having the
salivando lo que comemos.
taste. We produce with our saliva the taste within our mouth.
Este licuado
This drink
puede tener como base ya sea la leche de soya,
you could do it of soy,
amaranto,
amaranth,
puede tener también como base la avena, avena,
with oatmeal,
y aquí podemos hacer la combinación. La combinación
and you could have the combination
puede ser con almendras,
with almonds,
con nuez,
with walnuts,
con ajonjolí
with sesame,
o con cacahuate.
or with peanuts.
Puede ser una u otra.
You could do it with one or the other, or a little bit of each.
Pero ¿qué tal si necesitamos más potasio
But if we needed more potassium,
o fortalecer el calcio?
or to strengthen our amounts of calcium,
Entonces imaginamos que este es
we could imagine this,
una combinación de
a
estos
combination of these,
y vamos a agregar un plátano.
and we would add a banana.
Y este nos va a fortalecer para
And this would help us to
el
strengthen
potasio que contiene
the potassium that we have
el plátano
is the banana
y el calcio.
and the calcium.
Es riquísimo este licuado.
It's very good. So, tenemos como 5 minutos, no sé si me las puede explicar. Okay. So we're- So there's a couple of more drinks that we'll go into at another time, but for right now, one of them that's really good as well is that we use chia seeds. Chia are excellent. They're also help in digestive, and you would mix them with cucumber and some lime. We also, si quieres enseñar la papa con el zanahoria, we do another one in a juicing, pero nomás lo enseñamos
Okay,
porque no
bueno.
tenemos tiempo.
Okay.
As we'll do another one usually for, well, one of the biggest problems that a lot of people take a lot of Prilosec in this country is because they have reflux. So one of the medicines that we recommend that people do, especially in the morning or before they go to bed, both, is to use both carrots and potatoes. This is one of the best medicines for when people have reflux, cuando tiene reflujo.
Cuando aquí hay problema de agruras
When people have that burning
o de
sensation
acidez,
or acid in their stomach,
hacemos una combinación
we do a combination,
papa,
potatoes,
zanahoria
carrots,
y col.
and cabbage.
Eso viene siendo para gastritis.
This would be for gastritis.
Si nosotros queremos hacer un licuado
If we were going to do another blended drink
para vitamina C,
for vitamin C,
cítricos,
citrus,
podemos hacer toronja,
we could do grapefruit,
mandarina,
mandarin,
naranja
oranges,
y manzana.
and apples.
Bueno, aquí nosotros podemos utilizar entonces, si tuviéramos la necesidad
If we had the need to,
depende de la temporada que nosotros estemos
depending the
pasando,
time of the season of the year that where we're at,
nosotros vamos a, en este tiempo de calor,
in this time we would use,
hay que favorecer a los riñones,
we would really want to strengthen our
tomar
kidneys
muchos líquidos.
and drink a lot of liquids.
Bueno, pues el tiempo siempre, como siempre, es corto.
The time, as we all know, is always short.
Muchísimas gracias
Thank you very much
por compartir como medicina los jugos.
for allowing us to share this medicine of juice with you,
Y estoy para servirles
And I'm here to
compartiendo
help you
nuestra
sharing
medicina
our medicine
tradicional.
that is traditional
Y
for us.
que, como dice el padre Hipócrates,
And like Hippocrates
que
says,
nuestro alimento sea nuestra medicina
that your food be your medicine
y nuestra medicina sea nuestro alimento.
and your medicine be your food.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
We want to thank Rita and Tonita for an excellent presentation. And this is one of several modules that you'll be able to enjoy from both of them. And food is medicine, and we can stay healthy by eating the right types of foods. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Muchas
Tonita.
gracias. Gracias.